well, so I am more than excited to see them play. But we're going to take a step back and look at the week overall. We've polled our analysts to get their take and have put together our all-tourney team of the Mid-Season Invitational group stage. So, starting in the top lane, we have RNG's Looper.
Yeah, so this was really just trying to decide who played the best in the group stage. And if that last game was an example, obviously both top laners played great, but Looper just seemed to be making some incredible plays. His TP timings this entire tournament were very good. In a tournament where top laners were having trouble getting to the team fights in the right time, and his laning was strong too.
Yeah, that's what it was for me. So many top laners, Darshan, Duke, have team fought relatively well, but Looper's got the laning phase to go along with it, and for me, has been the all-star.
This was really close. Darshan, for me, was incredibly close to getting this, but I had to give it to Looper.
All right, we move to the jungle. No surprise, we're going to find Mlxg, this guy.
Spicy hot pot. Like, this guy plays everything. So many champions. And, you know, this is a worry because his Graves was great in Italy and Kindred, but he also has Elise in the Elise. Like, he just plays everything at such a high level.
Yeah, he's able to make the right decision in an early game almost all the time. So that's his biggest strength, as well as being able to team fight on Lee Sin, which is a little bit impressive.
Yeah, I think the most incredible thing for me regarding him is how he has separated himself from the rest of the Nidalees in the tournament. Yeah. We're going to move to the mid lane. Xiaohu, more RNG.
Yeah, no surprises. They did go 8-2 in the group stage, almost 9-1, and both of those games that they lost were winnable. And Xiaohu was very close to me with Maple because they both played tremendously, but I had to give the edge to Xiaohu because he just seemed to have that extra gear, both on the Blanc and on Azir.
Yeah, and that's what it was to me, the Azir. I mean, we've seen so many Azirs picked up and it's won so many games, but Xiaohu just does things with that champions that are absolutely disgusting, to be honest. And we've seen him teamfight, we see him generate picks. He's just a good young player.
In the ADC role, it's not just the analysts who think it, the players think it too. Stixxay.
Yeah, and I have to admit I was wrong, because I would not have called this beforehand. In fact, Stixxay, I probably would have put you towards the bottom half of this group. However, Stixxay has silenced all critics worldwide, not North America, not in China, just everyone in the world has to acknowledge that this guy is legit.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be a liability, but I didn't think he'd have the performance he had here. Obviously, Stixxay himself credits the rest of his team, which is very true. Aphromoo plays range supports to give him advantages in the laning phase, and they TP very aggressively to protect the bottom lane, which other teams were attacking. But especially in that last G2 game, attacking him doesn't work very well, and they're ready for it every step of the way. So, well-deserved on Stixxay to get this spot.
Yeah, the team makes the man. However, in our final position, the support, perhaps the man makes the team. Mata.
Yeah, this was another one that was really close between Aphromoo, but it's depending on what you value the most in the support role. And Mata was the initiator for a lot of these things, whereas Aphro was reacting to the initiations. And Mata was just world-class his entire time.
And that's what I'm going to say. Aphro will save you a game, Mata will win you a game. He is just so damn aggressive on every support pick he plays. And Aphro had some great plays against Faker with that Janna. You know, he's got this deep range champion pool, but Mata for me, even without crediting shot calling, all of that, just the individual play this guy brings to the Rift is so good.
Now that's just the alternate team for the group stage. Do you guys have a dark horse, an individual for the bracket stage that you think might be able to step up, challenge one of these guys in a role, and make a case for being the best in his position?
I've got a dark horse for you. A young man named Faker. He might be able to step up in a best of 5
who
against
is not
RNG.
on this list? There could be like a really good player.
Yeah, there might be
actually,
one.
that's a good point. Faker and Bang are suddenly an underdog story, which is a little bit peculiar, but that was obviously, I will defend every single one of those choices for who played best in the bracket stage, but that is not a list of who is the best players in the tournament. And Faker and Bang can absolutely come back. And when we do list our series MVP for the finals, there's a good chance it could still be Faker or Bang.
What about Maple?